Hi there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lorelei, and this is my YouTube channel where I share all kinds of crafty things, including my knitting vlogs, and lately I've been doing more fountain pen videos. Fountain pens have become my hobby since 2020, so I haven't been doing this for too long. And I like to talk about my collection of pens because it's fun, and I like to watch videos regarding pens on YouTube. And I love seeing people's collections, and I love hearing their opinions. And the reason why I'm saying all this is because I feel like we're maybe getting off on the wrong foot here in my recent pen opinion videos. So, for example, I noticed 3 thumbs down on my Jinhao 82 review video, which got quite a few views, so I mean, I'm not super upset, and it got plenty of thumbs ups, but I didn't get any disparaging remarks on that particular video, but I did get one on my recent first impressions video of the Bastion bolt action pen from yesterday. So, the person commented kind of quoting some of the things that she didn't like that I had said, kind of regarding my, maybe, not my opinions, obviously, but more of my professionalism and things I said that weren't particularly organized or professional. Anyway, she watched the whole video because I could tell because of her comment. And not only that, but she left me a comment. So, girl, thanks for the engagement. I just want to say in the beginning here, one thing. I don't know what this particular person expected or what anyone expects to see on my little YouTube channel. First of all, it's handmade by Lorelei, so it's not a pen channel. And if you go back into my archives, you can see that I do videos about jewelry and knitting, and I'm a jewelry designer. And this is just my hobby. And no, I've never proclaimed that I am some sort of fountain pen master or expert on anything. So if you're expecting to see a super professional YouTube influencer in these videos that I'm sharing, I'm sorry, but you'll have to find that somewhere else because that's not what this is. My opinions are completely subjective. These are pens that I collect for a hobby. I am not doing extensive research on every single company. I'm not going to be sharing every single bit of information about every single pen because my videos would be way too long if I did that. So anyway, I just wanted to clear the air and say, if you're expecting super professional, super expert video reviews here, you're not going to get it. That's just not what this is. These are fun, supposed to be fun. This channel is supposed to be fun, a fun place. So when I start getting comments like that, I get pretty disappointed because I'm just trying to have fun here and people are really raining on my parade. I'm not saying people, I'm saying this one person, but it's easy to get caught up in disappointment when someone leaves you a disparaging comment on something that you didn't intend to be negative. So she's been recently blocked and her comment has been erased, and I'm trying to erase it from my mind, but in order to do that, I need to address it. So that's what I did here. So now I'm going to get into talking about pens, and this is just going to be a really laid back video talking about my currently inked pens. I'm going to talk about a couple of new pens also that I recently got. So initially I had inked up pens in the beginning of April, maybe even at the end of March. And I went through those so quickly. I don't know, I think I just wrote a large amount of letters and did a lot of journaling, and anyway, flew through those inks. So I have since inked up new pens, but that I didn't do like a currently inked video of. But I'll just go over what I had inked up and my thoughts on each. So this is the Jinhao 82 that I kind of Frankensteined into my own style pen by taking apart the finials and things. So this is the transparent coral and gray, and I kind of made my own little pen here with a gray section. And I inked this with Dominant Industry Autumn Forest. And I can do little writing samples, why not, right? My thoughts on this ink. It's good. I don't necessarily love it in a medium nib because it's got some really cool color changing effects to it, and you can't really tell that in a medium line. It's like the rainiest day today. So it's okay, you know, it's just okay. That's the first one. And then I decided to ink up my Esterbrook. This is the Esterbrook SD in sea glass, and I have broad nib on this. And I inked this up with Troublemaker ink in sea glass. I do like this combination a lot. There's a lot of feedback on this nib. And I don't know if I love that, but so the combination though, color-wise, is perfect. I just love the sea glass color of this pen. It's probably one of my favorite Esterbrooks. I wanted the Esterbrook SD, the oversized, but I could only afford the basic standard size. This is my Kaweco AL Sport in the color Aurora with black furniture. This has like a really squeaky nib on it. I don't know if it's that black coating or what, but this is a double broad. And I have this inked up with J. Urban Cacao do Brazil, however you would say that. This is a really great combination. I love it. I filled this with, I filled a cartridge with this, so I'm going to have this filled for a while because there's quite a bit of ink left in there. So this will probably be one that I roll over to May. Oh, it's so squeaky. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's the Tomorrow River paper that makes it do that. I don't know. Did you hear that? It's crazy. This is my TWSBI Eco in Jade. This is not glow green, this is jade. And I recently had a little bit of an issue with the nib on this pen where I could tell, I could feel it with my finger that the tines were misaligned. But it seems to be working okay now, so. I have a broad nib on this, and this is just the juiciest pen and ink combination. I love it. TWSBI Eco Jade, broad nib, and I have Tarumi Apricot in this, which is a Kobe ink. It's really, really nice. Love it. Beautiful orange. And I love the combination of the orange with the green. And then finally, my Pelikan, which I filled with an ink that is new in my collection. I bought a bottle of, 2 bottles of Iroshizuku by Pilot. And I love, love, love both of them so much. I bought Yamabudo, and I bought this one, which is called Ajisai. I don't know. So this is my Pelikan M605 and a medium nib, black tortoise. And this combination in this pen is just so fantastic. Like, Ajisai. It's kind of a periwinkle blue color. I won this pen in the Endless Pens giveaway a while back. And they sent me a medium nib, even though I told them that I would prefer a broad. And I just have never been happy with the ink that I've put into this pen until now. Like, this is just perfect. It's perfect. And I love the combination. So this pen, now I know, will always work well with Pilot Iroshizuku. I cannot say that word. Iroshizuku. So, those are my initially inked pens for the month, but then pens started showing up in the mail. So, because I just went a little crazy this month. Before I get into my new pens, we'll also want to talk about this. This is the Uniball 1P, which is the pocket-sized Uniball. And I bought one for my sister. It has a 0.38 millimeter line. And I love this pen so much. It's just so darn cute. And it writes great. It's a roller ball. So I recommend these if you hadn't checked it out yet. They're super fun. And they come in really fun colors. This is the orange. So the first thing I ordered was some more Jinhaos, because I ordered one for my friend, and so I got a couple more. This Aqua is opaque, and if you remember my Jinhao 82 video, I had ordered one that had kind of a more of a milky, it was transparent, but it had kind of a shimmery body to it. And I ended up giving that away to a friend. I did a trade for some ink. And so I ordered this Aqua one for my collection. This is not transparent. This is the opaque version. And I got a medium nib on it. And it's the two-tone. And so I inked this up with a Teranishi ink called Brilliant Mint. Aqua. These pens work a little better when you put a little pressure on them. I don't know why that is, but so this is Teranishi ink. Also a bit of feedback. It's very rainy today, so it's dark in here. I apologize. This is a Pelikan twist. And I got the colorway called Shine Mystic. I ordered this off of Amazon. It's got just a pop top and it's a little bit tight. I got mine with a medium nib. And it, as you can see, it has this like triangular grip section, which I kind of don't love actually, because I don't want to hold it like this. When I use this pen, I don't know, something about it is, I almost want to hold it like this. I don't know why. Well, anyway, this is also inked with a Teranishi ink. I am really loving this pen. It's very fun to use, and I really like the line width, and the flow of the ink is really nice. This has Teranishi Emotional Olive. And it's great. It's a really nice color. I love because this kind of has a green tint to it. So yeah, very inexpensive. You know, I just picked it up off of Amazon when I put in an order for something else, and I'm glad to add it to my collection. I like pens like that. Now, here is the next one. This particular pen purchase was kind of a big deal for me because, as you might remember me talking about, my Grail pen, which now, thinking back on it, was stupid to call it that because it is completely obtainable. I think that a Grail pen should be one that is unattainable. So my opinions have changed about what my Grail pen was. And I'm talking about my interview with Simone. But I'm talking about the Pilot 823 in amber. Now, the reason I jumped on this was because I follow Anderson Pens, and their podcast that they put out is one of my favorites. I watch it every single week. It comes out on Thursdays. And it's the owner, Brian Anderson, and sometimes his wife joins him, and sometimes other staff members join him. Anyway, I got an email newsletter one day, and they have recently closed their Chicago store. And Lisa was the one that ran that shop. Anyway, they decided to sell the tester pens from that store. And this was on the list for a little bit of a discounted price, so I jumped on it because, oh my gosh, I had to. It just was meant to be. So I got it in the broad nib that I had wanted in the amber color. And it's flippin' fantastic. Like one of my most favorite pen purchases to date, for sure. This has a gold nib on it, and it is so smooth and so wet. And I don't know if it's the ink I have in here that also helps. But wow. So this is the Pilot Custom 823 with a broad gold nib. And I have this inked with J. Urban, L'Hermès de Cassis. And I know I'm not saying that right, so don't come at me. Yeah, it's really good. Really good. So if you have a chance to get your hands on one of these, I highly recommend. 10 out of 10. It's a vacuum filler. You can kind of see the ink is sloshing around in there. One thing I learned about this pen, or vacuum fillers in general, is you do have to unscrew the plunger a little bit, because it does end up running dry if this is closed. So I've been trying to get into the habit of just leaving that unscrewed a little bit before I write with it. So yeah, that was a really good purchase. And of course I had to ink it up as soon as it arrived. So now I want to talk about something new I just found out about recently. I had a discussion recently with a friend of mine, a new pen pal. Her name is Sherry. Check her out on Instagram. She's Twisted Dye Kitchen. Is that what it is? I'm sorry, Sherry. I'll put it on the screen. She and I were talking, and she had mentioned how she had wanted to check out a pen with a long knife or a long blade nib. And I had never heard that term before. So I started doing some research and found on Amazon the Chinese brand Hongdian. I don't know how to say it. And they were offering these Hongdian pens for like $30 with a long knife or a long blade. I can't ever remember. I think it could be called both, long knife or long blade nib. And some were medium and some were fine. And so I found a couple that I really liked, and I just couldn't choose between them. So I ended up getting them both. This is the first one that I got. This is the Year of the Rabbit. And you can see there's a little bunny here. And there's also a little bunny here. I love those little rabbits. I got this in the black. It comes in black, blue, red, and white. All the colors are really nice. And actually, I have another pen pal that was telling me that she wanted one of these, and I can't wait to tell her in my next letter that I ended up getting one. But it's got the gold color steel nib, and there is a rabbit engraved on the nib. I hope you can see that. It's fantastic, that little bunny. So you might be asking yourself what the long blade nib is, and I wrote down a little thing here to remind myself. So it's like an architect grind, but with the capability of changing the width of the strokes depending on the angle you're holding it. Kind of like a naginata nib, or naginata togi nib. So if you ever heard that term before. So the tipping is, I don't know, you probably can't see it, but it kind of creates a really cool effect. Like, I get a very thick line when I hold it at an angle. This one has a medium nib. And I have this inked with the Pilot Iroshizuku Yamabudo. And I love this combination. It's wonderful. So I don't know if you can really tell the line variation, but if I hold it upright, I get a nice thin line. It does do reverse writing fairly well. I can get a pretty thick line on that, like a broad. Yep. Pretty cool. The pen is really nice for $30. My God, it's like metal body. It says LT Hongdian N23. Yeah, so this is the N23. Sorry, I didn't mention that. Really super nice. Highly recommend. And then the other one that I got that I really liked was this silver, engraved silver pen. This is also Hongdian, and this is the Hongdian 100. And this has a long blade, but the fine version. I just feel like it is great with my handwriting. I have this inked with Sailor, Shikiori, Summer Night, Bonfire. It does have some heft to it. There is an ink window too, which is nice. But it is pretty hefty. But I don't mind a metal pen. I think they're kind of nice. So yeah, I'm really happy with this one too. So those are my new pens, and this is my currently inked, and I'm trying really hard to get through this ink so I can ink a new bunch for May. I sent out a bunch of letters yesterday, so I'm gonna spend today trying to get through some of this ink. There's a bunch here, 11. I hope you liked this video. I hope it wasn't too boring or too chatty or too opinionated. I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. And if you like my content, go ahead and give me a like and subscribe and all the things. And just know I don't know anything about things. So don't expect too much when you come back. Because, you know, these are all just my opinions. And all right, I'm going to stop talking. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.